Okay, Tom, I'm gonna ask you straight away. What were your thoughts coming out of this movie?
Well, this movie sucked. I hated this movie. I mean, don't get me wrong. Once I was watching the movie, I realized how bad this movie was. I just like, okay, just forget about it. Just enjoy the movie as much as you can. So I was entertained to a certain extent. My first impression was I like her as Lauren Croft. I guess that's how you say it. She is probably, or this movie is probably the best Tomb Raider movie ever made. That doesn't say much, but because there's only been 3, I think, if I'm correct. This is the 3rd one.
This is a remake of
the
reboot.
Jolie. Yeah.
Not really a remake. It's a reboot of the franchise of the Tomb Raider saga.
Yeah. I did not like this movie. This movie was.
You didn't like it at all?
Not at all. Like I like that I like her as Lauren Croft, but that's about it.
Okay, what's something you did like?
That's something I did like. I like the aspect of this movie, the premise, like, you know, going to find the ancient ruins. And I thought one of my favorite part was when that one scene when they got in, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, when they finally go under this tunnel and they came into this cave, this huge cave, and they shot a flare gun, and then you see this huge building of like ruins. It's like, I thought that aspect is cool. It's like Indiana Jones type of aspect, and so I wish they would have incorporated that more into the movie. But instead, I get it. It's more of a kind of like introducing her becoming this bad A that she's supposed to be, and you know, but I thought that part was cool. I wanted more of that, like the solving the puzzle, reading like the ancient texts and trying to solve. Yeah, I thought those were cool. Other than that, I don't know how you kill somebody. How come they couldn't kill the girl with the bow and arrow? I just don't understand.
I don't know. Okay, so that being said, you didn't obviously like, or I don't understand. So that being said, there was a lot that you did not like.
No, there's a lot. There's a lot of plot hole in there. The story does not work for me. It didn't flow. There were certain scenes.
Let's talk about that. The flow of the movie. Okay. So the movie takes its gosh dang time setting up.
It's beginning, yeah.
Setting up like
First
the
act.
pre-Lara Croft, like introduction to the character. I liked that because I didn't know a lot about. I never really played the game, and I don't remember the movie.
I played the game, and before we go, that aspect I like too. Like if you play the video games, they actually incorporate a lot of that into the game, which I thought was a mistake because the game was better. The story in the game and the plot in the game was a lot better for video games, not for movies. It's completely different. So I thought that they kind of missed that part. But if you like the video games, the aspect of it is in there. So.
Right. Like I said, it sets it up, and then there's like about a 20-minute payoff, and that's not. It's really unbalanced in the scale of movies and climaxes and setting up. It's just, it didn't do it for me, and it felt a little like Raiders of the Lost Ark, except worse. And Raiders of the Lost Ark is good. And this is not good.
Well, I
don't know if you can tell, but this movie was not good. So, what are things that you didn't like? Specifically, what don't you like?
First of all, I didn't like the fact that she got to the island and they made it like this tough road to the island, and all of a sudden, this guy who is played, I don't know the actor's name, the bad guy, he gets one phone call and he gets one helicopter to actually just come and picks him up. I'm saying, if it's so hard to get to there, why was it so easy for these two guys to come to the helicopter? And here's another thing. She went through all that for no reason when she could have signed the dang paper, get her money, and hired a helicopter to fly her out there. Like, it didn't make any sense for them to go through all that rigorous, hardship of going through the sea, and all of a sudden, hey, we got the stuff. Come get us.
It's like
helicopter.
Jurassic Park 3.
It's like, what? It doesn't make any sense. So it's like, that part, I was like, okay, whatever. The other part that bothered me is the writing in this movie. So she finds out that her father was still alive, found her father, and then her father asked, how did you get here? Well, your research. And then the next thing he goes, well, I'm glad you burned those research because then we would be in trouble. But that's how she got to the island. So how The writing is horrible in this one.
Did you have high expectations for this movie?
I did not though. So
You didn't? Oh, okay.
But I paid my money to see this movie. It was like, come on, man.
So yeah, this movie kind of let me down too. I didn't hate it as much as I thought I was because video game movies have a tendency to just overdo it and just end up not being good.
I feel like the video games genre is dead. Like, unless you get a big director, big name director to do this with a company that's willing to put some money into it and some good actors. Felicia Vikander is a good actress. She's a very good actress, and for her to be doing this role, I thought was kind of let down for her. And so, but until they take it serious, they're not gonna make a good one.
Yeah, the visuals in this movie are cool. The action sequences are cool. The action is done well. And that's really the only redeeming quality for this film. So, Tom, what would you give this movie?
Is a cable. You do not even want to rent this on Redbox. This is horrible. Don't go. I mean, go see it for yourself. But for me, this is a cable. I don't want anything to do with this movie.
All right, I'm gonna give this movie a Redbox rating.
Oh.
So if you're bored one Friday night with your significant other, go ahead and just go get this on Redbox and I don't know.
But go see the movie for yourself, and then you'll see how right I am. No, I'm just kidding.
Right, and we'll see you next time for another review.
Later, nerds.